What's going on, guys? This is Jay, and today is Monday, July 13th of 2020. And we are going to do a canning video today. This isn't exactly the normal videos like the field preparation videos, but it's still a video of what we are harvesting from home. So right now, me and Felicia are harvesting out our carrots. I'm taking the carrot tops to the bunny rabbits, and that's the bunny rabbits. We're gonna do some canning today, and we are gonna harvest all of our root crops, our beets and our carrots. So right now I'm taking out the beets because we're gonna use the beet tops. I'm also taking out some onions and some of the other leaves, and we are going to process them today and can some greens. And we're also going to turn the stems into pickles, which is pretty cool. We're going to use a process called lacto-fermentation. It's a process in which bacteria break down the carbohydrates and sugars in food and turn it into lactic acid. It's used in yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi, and pickles. That's how they're made, with lacto-fermentation. Pretty cool little fact drop on you. Boom. It's a new process for us. Pretty excited to try it out. Instead of letting all of these stems go to waste from these greens, we are going to turn them into pickles. So that's pretty cool. Not a pickle Rick, but a pickle stem. And everybody's in on this today. Felicia's doing some work, my grandmother's doing some work. We're going through the process now of separating the leaves from the stems, and I'm putting them in piles beside the sink here. And we have collard stems, we have beet stems, turnip green stems. I think I say radish in the video, but it's actually turnips. There are some mustard green stems. We use a little bit of broccoli and cabbage stems, and I think that's about it. That's the leaves that we're processing too. We're going to turn all these into mixed greens. We're going to make mixed greens today. We're doing some canning, so that's pretty awesome. Felicia's got the canner going back there, and the jars are heating up in a water bath inside the canner. That way that they're nice and warmed up. We go to put the greens in there, and what we're actually going to do is blanch the greens for 4 to 5 minutes before they go into the jars, and then we pour boiling water over top the greens before they get the lid screwed on nice and easy. I think I'm going to go into a live video and show you what that looks like, that entire process. So keep rocking it with me and check it out with me live right now. What's going on, guys? This is Jay. Today is Monday, July 13th, and we are canning some greens. We have some collard greens in the pot here. And what we're doing right now, we're blanching the greens, and then we're going to put them into the pressure cooker, top it off with some hot water, and we're going to cook it in this pressure cooker on 10 pounds of pressure for 70 minutes for pint jars and 90 minutes for quart jars. Felicia is over here processing the greens, cutting them up.
Slicey.
It's over here slicing.
Slicey.
We have beet greens, collard greens, mustard greens, and radish greens. So we got a few different types of greens. And over here, this is where we're cleaning them up at the sink. And we have all the stalks and stems of the different greens. These are all collard stems in the sink. We got beet greens right here, and then radish and mustard greens here. Those are the spicier greens. And we're going to attempt one more time to pickle these. We picked out a bunch of peas today, which is pretty awesome. Check those out. We also picked out some carrots. There's the beets, and there's another bowl of carrots. We're going to process those in a little bit, and that's the alarm. So I got to jump over here and put these in the can and get the next batch in. So keep rocking it with us. Okay, first we're going to empty the jar out. You have to put warm water into the jar, and you have to let it heat up inside of there.
You just want your jar to be hot before you put hot contents into it.
We
so
got
it
this
doesn't
funnel
crack.
thing here to keep us from getting greens on the lid around the rim of the jar, and we're just stuffing the greens in there. This is a mixture of collard greens, beet greens, mustard greens, and radish greens. So it's going to be mixed greens. We're really going to appreciate these in the wintertime when we don't have access to fresh greens. So it's going to be pretty awesome. We have a few blanched caterpillars in there, a little bit of protein, just kidding. Maybe not, I don't know.
He's kidding.
I don't know, has any of y'all ever canned greens before? Y'all ever blanched greens and make sure there ain't no caterpillars in there? I don't know. I hope there's not any caterpillars in there, but there is, I might eat them. I'm just kidding. You know I'm joking. Joking. If there's a caterpillar in there, I'm not joking, but you know. Almost there. Now what we want to do, we want to fill up the jars to about 1 inch from the top. We want to leave about 1 inch of space, and that looks about good right there because we got to top it off with boiling hot water. We're going to top it off with a little bit of boiling water. That gives us about 1 inch of room right there. Covers the greens completely up.
Get your air bubbles out.
Get all the air bubbles out. Make sure they come to the top in this space so all the air bubbles are up here. Lid on. Don't tighten all the way down. Leave it a little loose and it will seal itself. It's ready to go in the pressure canner. We're going to do the next jar. So keep rocking with us. What's going on, guys? Check it out. We've already did, what was it? I think it was 9 pints of greens. It was beet greens, collard greens, radish greens, and mustard greens. And now we're taking all of the stems and we're going to pickle them. I took the blanch water that we cooked all the greens in, and we're going to use that as a brine. We put a little bit of dill in there. We put dill, coriander, mustard seeds. I did a little bit of cloves, Chinese 5 spice. I did some red pepper flakes, a little bit of garlic powder. I did a little bit of turmeric. I put a little bit of ginger, and I put 2 cinnamon sticks, and I put a little bit of seasoned salt in there. And we're making a brine over here. We're going to pour over our pickled stem. I just added 2.5 cups of vinegar to our blanched water. And we also, did I say dill already? Said dill already. A lot of things in there. It smells really good. I can't really tell you the amounts. I just measured it out based on I do a lot of hand cooking. Recipes always come out good. Never had a bad one. If I did, I wouldn't tell you. So what we have in here first, we have the collard stems. We took a bunch of the processed collard stems and put them in there. Now we're going to take all of these beet stems. Look at those beautiful dark red beet stems. We're going to put those beet stems right in on top of those and give it a little bit of a color contrast difference. And next, we're going to come in and put in some mustard and radish stems. On top of that, we're going to layer this. That way it's kind of like one of them beautiful candles you see in the candle shops. What I have here is a bunch of mustard and radish stems where we took the leaf off of the stems. Just going to put them up in there. We're just going to put them like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can
million ways to do this. It's just an experiment. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I figured instead of wasting the stems and throwing them away, we could save them. We even put some broccoli and cabbage leaf in here, so there's a little bit of those stems. Basically any kind of greens that you would eat, we got the stems of those that's going in here too. We're going to put some of them right in on top of those, and we're going to repeat with the big thick collard stems right after this, and then I'm going to do some more beet stems. And when this jar gets filled up, we're going to move on to the next one and see how far we can get with that. So let's grab it. You come over here and check out this in the sink. These are all collard stems. You see those big stems? Well, those are going to make good pickles. So we're just going to take a handful of those. Those are nice and clean. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to cut them just like this, about 1 inch in length. You can leave them long, you can do them however you want. You can leave them like celery sticks. It's kind of what they look like. That's what they remind me of. But we're just going to take all those like that. And when you process these, you do it a little bit different. You don't can them. You add the vinegar to it. I'm not sure what exactly it's called, but you want to put some kind of cloth and a rubber band over the top after you put your brine in there. You want to leave it 3 to 4 weeks like that, and then you can put a lid on it. I'm not sure exactly why it's done that way. That's just what all the recipes that I've seen called for. And we're almost there. We're going to leave this one 1 inch from the top too. Let's shake it down a little bit. And this jar is done. We're going to pour that brine over it. I'm pretty sure that brine's ready to go. So I'm probably going to bring it over here and pour it in there and show you what that looks like. But first, we're going to add a couple bay leaves to it. Just because I like to be fancy. I'm fancy. 1, because it tastes good. And 2, because it's beautiful. What does that feed? We're going to put a couple of those in there. I don't remember what it was.
3 because it smells good.
And 3 because it smells good.
It was in a different order, but hey.
It's okay.
That's your order.
What we're going to do now, we're going to put this little funnel right over the top of Chandra. And we're going to pour in our mixture. And that's okay, we're going to add some more to it. We're not cooking anything, so we're just gonna pour some more water right in on top of it. We're gonna pull those cinnamon sticks out of there. We don't want those in there. And that's ready to go.
And that's it, guys. That's how you make lacto-fermented pickle stems with your green stems. That way you can save those greens. I hope this was informational, inspirational. You should get out there and grow something, can something. If you liked the video, found it informational, hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, hit the notification bell for future videos and more content. And until next time, can you dig it?